What is intuition? How does it work? And why should we even trust it? Well, learning to trust your intuition is a practice. And today I'll share an exercise that you can begin using to tap into your intuition. Are you ready? We are all born with intuition. It's the inner knowledge and immediate perception that we have of truth, facts, or insights. We use intuition more than anything else to navigate the world around us. You might call it an inner knowingness or something that you can't understand to be true without using your logical brain. We can be deceived by words or actions, but intuition cannot deceive us since it's an inner knowledge that we can't distort with worldly factors. As we get older, we often begin to discount or ignore our intuition because our logical brain weighs in more and clouds our judgment. We second guess the accuracy of our intuition. We become more tuned in to societal rules that make us second guess our intuition. I have more examples than I can count of times I've discounted my intuition and let my logical left brain take over, only later to discover that my intuition had been precisely correct. The only way that you can get better at trusting your intuition is with practice. This exercise begins with you noticing how you feel in various situations. Notice how you feel when you first meet someone. Do you feel good? Uneasy? Unnerved? These are all energy readings. We tend to discount these feelings when someone's smiling or charming and seems nice otherwise. We have been trained to give people the benefit of the doubt. Think of how many times you've watched the news and some story about somebody who did something terrible and the neighbors were all like, "Oh, he was such a nice guy." Exactly. I think you understand what I mean. And we often discount our intuition and energetic cues for the less reliable social cues of facial expressions. Try to write down these examples when you notice them. I feel this, but I wasn't sure about this. And it may be a while before you accumulate enough evidence to assess if your first impression was right, but that's why it's important to write it down. Then you can move on to other things. Maybe an encounter with people where they tell you something and you just get like a hit that they are leaving something out, or maybe even that they're outright lying. Over time, you'll get better and better at trusting your intuition. I've gotten pretty good at it over the years, but no one is perfect. I think that this is a really good example. So let's say that you are having an interaction with your boss and you don't really like your boss very much. As a matter of fact, he is not your favorite person. And while you're sitting there having this discussion with him, you nod, you smile, you're polite, and the whole time you're in your head saying, "Oh, this guy's such a jerk." No matter what you say, on an energy level, he's picking it up. He can read exactly what you're feeling about him because those thoughts are merely energy exchanges. You might think that you're covering something up with your little smiling and your nodding and your politeness, but really, on some level, he knows how you feel about him. And this is really true for anybody. I think it's kind of like why, when as a parent, your kids are lying to you, you get this idea, this hit that what they're saying is not necessarily true. Many years ago, I was buying a car and the salesman was attractive and he seemed really nice and he was very friendly. He was about my age and he told me something about the inventory situation of the specific vehicle that I was looking for. But I got this overall feeling that he was lying. And I really battled with myself because I build relationships. And then when I work with people, I want to buy a car from somebody that I've built this relationship with. And I didn't want to think that he was lying, but really on some level, I knew he was. Well, ultimately, I did some additional research and I discovered several things that he told me were blatant lies. I was right. He was lying to my face to sell me something and to keep me from going somewhere else to buy that car. My intuition gave me just enough of a hint to decide to dig a little bit deeper and to prove that what I had been feeling was not my imagination. Every time you listen to your intuition and follow it, you will get better and better at hearing it, listening, and recognizing it. And that's really the whole name of the game. Trust your intuition.